You wrote in here, and I found that fascinating, as much as I found other stories fascinating.
Yeah.
How you were walking to Delegiwa's house when you had the explosion that eventually killed him.
Yeah, the Sunday, October 19th, the day Delegiwa was killed. I was right there. I was almost, I saw the motorbike man that brought the letter bomb. I saw him, but I never thought much about him. I thought he was a courier man.
He drove past you.
Yeah, sure. I was just approaching the house when he took off. At that time, he had delivered the parcel, to Delegiwa's son. And Delegiwa's son had just taken it, to the study where Dele was sitting with Kaude Shoinka, our London correspondent. I normally meet him every Sunday. I normally, to brief him, and he will give me some list on where to, because my beat, Durham Barracks then, was very sensitive. It was the #1 beat, and I was directly supervised by him. And I was just stepping into his veranda. I went, wow. Then I turned up and took off. I was a small boy. I was wearing shorts. And when I ran to the end of Talabi Street there, what could have. Then I came back, and lo and behold, it was mayhem. Everybody was panicking. His body had completely peeled off. Better part of his stomach and down to his knees was blown open.
Yeah,
it was difficult to look at.
That was tragic.
Yeah, it was difficult to look at.
He was still alive.
He was still alive. I followed them to First Foundation Hospital on Allen Avenue, where he gave up the ghost, and the doctors were battling to do something. And when he lifted up himself and took a look at the injury, it was really ugly. And he just turned to Ray and said, "Ray, they got me," and then gave up.
May the soul of one of the greatest journalists of our time, may he rest in perfect peace. A lot of us bear that name today, and we put that name at the forefront. The name is a name to reckon with. But not many, especially from the 90s and the 2000s, not many actually knows the person of Delegiwa. He is worth knowing. People don't die for this country. The country don't soak blood. We are believing God this time for judgment and vengeance by virtue of repositioning and organization. Why do the heat enrage? Why? What be your backing? What did they fuel you? What did they give you? I don't know. If you know now, in case you didn't know before, you now know, or you knew before the story of Delegiwa, then you will value what Rufai and Ruben is saying. You value it. You will not take it lightly. Abba.
In a time like this, when it's politics, you have to be part of the story.
Hamza El Mustafa,
It's a record.
a great man of our time, revealing so many secrets to us, said something some days ago that there are journalists that want to do their job, but Valerie not do. So most times they are told what to publish. Most times they are told what to say. Most times they are told what to present to you and I. Now on video they arrange them for night or publish them for money. So when you see a few that want to do their job unbiased, as Ruben said it, journalists be like gates. Who they enter, who they pass, come out. We need to stand out, speak up for them. Now this nation, a journalist have died before of letter bomb. Story person they see they fall, they come, they blind them. Killing not be only when life come up for your body. If you come up for your job, you know they see money, you not see food chop, it's killing also. If you are psychologically attacked, it's killing also. There are different degrees in different categories. Which kind of generation will this be attacked? I beg you.
And trust me, the kind of heat you give to Mr. Peter Obi when he's here, I'm not sure we'll be able to interview other persons for kindness.
By the way,
like that.
Yeah.
And that's the level of objectivity. Because you see, they say all sorts about me. They do all sorts. But what I want them to know is that I love them, irrespective of the hatred that's being meted out of me. I'm a child of love. I was conceived in love. They even went further, and thank God Dr. Abati was there. They took a picture of Peter Obi and me and Jandor at my own father's day of tribute. They couldn't even allow my father rest in peace before they brought my father, my dear father, the love of my life, into politics while I was still breathing. And they labeled it a political gathering. How my father rest in peace before they brought my father, my dear father, the love of my life, into politics while I was still breathing. And they labeled it a political gathering. In all of this, I forgive them. You know what I'm just concerned about? I'm concerned about the future of this country. I want this country to do well because we have problems. Unemployment, underdevelopment. You know, I also forgive them. Because all of this will not matter any longer after the 25th or after February when the presidential election has been done. You see all these people that are antagonistic? They will now come together and say, how can we make this country better? They love Nigeria too, they are patriots. But it's just that they can't stand the objectivity because of where their interest is towards. And I don't have any problems with anybody having interest. But also let objective voice stand. And it's quite shocking to me, Ayo. It was just this morning like I found out that they've been talking to my bosses at the back and they wanted to remove me from a Rice TV and take me out. When I hear that, I keep telling people my future, my career, my destiny is in God's hands. It's not in the hands of man. And with any manipulation, I love them. Last week, Mr. Byron Onuga mentioned my name. I mean, to be mentioned Dr. Abati's name too, that we were politically leaning. And all I just looked and said is, I have a lot of respect for him to do all of that and to say things that are not true about it. So with all of this, and this attack, all I can give is the love of God from my heart. And I hope when this passes, we'll be able to focus on the real substance, which is the development of this country with so much potential, but it's being crippled with personal interest. I love them all. I love Nigeria. And I love God.
As clearly stated in the this day Arise School statement, is that one, illegal cannot be intimidated. About your pedigree, whether you are a top journalist or you are working for a politician, you cannot frustrate the independent media. That's the main point there. And to restate the duties and responsibilities of the media, that nobody can dictate how any media house to function. As long as the issue at stake is free speech. And I think in that regard, this day, Arise Media Group is now, certain other issues were addressed in this matter, in this statement. What could have been led to it? The first was a certain report about a certain Akode who died, and all of that was linked to Bola Ahmed Tinubu's background when he was in Chicago. Okay, so if that was an issue, this day is saying, Arise Group is saying, why didn't they counter with superior information if they haven't? And the statement went on to say, we cannot afford to have a Noriega moment in Nigeria. Anybody who aspires to be president of Nigeria must come to equity with clean hands. When questions are raised, those questions must be responded to. And the resort to blackmail is undemocratic. So the statement raised the point that if this is an indication, if they are saying, you know, their candidate cannot be criticized, their candidate cannot be asked questions, he cannot be invited to a town hall because he wants to organize his own. Are they trying to suggest that should their candidate win, then the media will be surprised? That will be a return to the era of military dictatorship. And it will be so unfortunate if that were to be the suggestion, considering the fact that all the spokesmen for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will constantly remind us that this was a man who was part of the June 12 struggle, which is a fact. Okay, so because the same man wants to be president of Nigeria now, the same media He wants to suppress the media. And again, another irony there. Many of these stars, they become famous because the media created them in the first place. Many of these people, you see, without the media, nobody will know them. And that's why I often say, look, the media also, the iconization process, you know, the hero selection process that we go through, that we do on a daily basis, you also have to be careful. Because you go and create some people, you turn them into heroes, they will turn around and become monsters against you. The other point reading that statement is the attempt by politicians to think that they can take editorial decisions of media houses. That in itself is an erosion of the independence of the media. You don't tell an editor or a media house, I want my story to appear on social media. This is how I want you to treat my story. Please use my material tomorrow. No, you don't do that. We are gatekeepers. As chairman editorial board, you don't come and tell me you want your article to appear. No, you don't tell me. I decide how I want to do my job as a gatekeeper. And whoever you are, you don't dictate because the owner of the business himself does not dictate. So it's good that, these are the Rise group. The group is insisting on professionalism and also the right of reply of the other party, which is another thing that starts out strong there. If you feel aggrieved, then say your own side of the story. The platform is available for everybody. And the painful part, just to handle that, is that the people who are trying to bully the media, they are themselves persons who have been in the struggle, who have defended press freedom. So why is it that they have changed all of a sudden? Because it's like, kicking their own pedigree, their own antecedents down the road. Just to please a politician. This is the dilemma that many journalists face. But I think it's important.
Good. Which kind of generation will this they attack? I beg you, Mona go read.